exam's finally coming up.
Is he gonna be here?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's
Okay.
he's near campus, kind of between downtown and
Good spot for him.
yeah, I hope. We'll
Is-
see.
I'll be right back, guys.
Is he did he land a job somewhere?
No.
He's just
No.
doing it.
Oh, we were going to talk about that then.
Yep, we're getting closed captions and video.
Let me gossip about my child.
Yeah. You're a proud mom, it's okay.
Hello. Hanging back.
Oh. So, let me wet my whistle.
I'm gonna share it on my artist page.
Now, did we start on YouTube too? Okay.
Yes.
It looks like it's waiting now.
Oh, yep. There it is.
So many screens. Rachel's here. She patiently waited for us. Hi, Rachel. How many what?
Started.
Oh. You know, in this cover photo, Haley just did this plus this equals that. We didn't ridicule her for that. She's missing to this.
Yeah, like it's all right. Like you did the art, you're good.
Oh, I heard you ask earlier. Did she send her art to anybody? It's not in the folder.
Is that in the folder?
I don't see it.
Oh.
Nope, Anna's coming in late, so everybody's here that's ready to start. Count me down. Hey there, fellow art nerds, and welcome to episode 5, I believe. Yes, episode 5 of season 4 of the Pin and Clique. I'm your host, Deanna. Welcome. If you're new to the Pin Clique, just to fill you in really quickly, it is a monthly online art show where we take strange and unusual prompts, sometimes not so unusual, but there's always a little something different and unique in there. And then our wonderful, talented clickers, I guess. I've never called you guys that. I don't like that. Yeah.
Is that a
Anyway, the talented click for the month will take that prompt and do something amazing, incredible, unique, and just will blow your mind with their art. So I think I'm ready to bring them all out. I didn't prepare a giant workup. I didn't tell you what tonight's prompt is, though. Yeah, see, they got to keep me on my toes. This month, they are drawing this plus this equals that. And what that means is they were each given a folder that contained 3 images. And they were to take those images and create a creature or a character inspired by what they saw. So now let's bring out the rest of the clique and introduce them to you guys.
Hello.
They're here. Welcome, clique. Not clickers. I need to try not to call you that. It sounded really weird. But first of all, let me introduce my co-host, Mr. Gary Bedell.
Yo, what's up, internet land? Thank you so much for coming out tonight, watching the Paid Click, and checking out all these talented artists here tonight.
Sweet. And then behind the computer doodads, Mr. Nate Howard, keeping us live.
The man that makes it happen.
Let me see.
Machines.
And next, now I think I'm looking at the screen you guys are seeing. I'm gonna try to go around the horn. Chris Yarborough is with us tonight.
Oh, hello.
You don't get to see him, you just hear him. And then we've got Jared George.
What's up?
This is Caitlin Blaine.
Hello.
We have got Josh Meter,
Hello.
Cliff Gamble,
Hello.
Daryl Claunch.
Ahoy.
There you go, something different. And we have got James Rutherford. And joining us again, Miss Kat Miller. We haven't seen you since last season.
Hi.
We still can't see her.
Yeah.
But we will see her art. So welcome back, guys. So what was your initial reaction when you opened your folder?
This is Gary's doing.
No, I just assigned one. I was like,
Now, did you know what was inside when you assigned it, or did you just randomly throw them out?
like we had a meeting where we put the images in, and then like I didn't look at them for like a day, and then I went back and just assigned them out to people. That by that time I forgot what was in there, and then I was just assigning everything out, and then I had to create that extra folder, and so I switched out with that folder and ended up with the thing that I call it the glitter bomb because I wanted someone else with it, but I ended up getting it, and I was like, well, that's what I get for doing that. And
Okay. I
yeah.
saw what you did, so I see what you mean. I understand.
Oh, but
I felt like it was like you've been at a place for a really long time and then they decided to haze you.
Nice. Nice. I didn't peek in all the individual folders, so I'm not real sure what you guys did. I do get to see everyone out there. If you don't know, they have a folder to put their finished artwork in, and I'm the only one allowed to look at it. So I've seen some of them. You didn't all put it in there yet, but that's okay. Really?
Yeah.
See, once again, reason I don't like Apple products. Too much work.
Yeah.
So show us how you do it. Do you close your eyes and hope you just get it in the folder?
I just always unfocus my eyes. So it's like, so I only see like shade, I only see
Hey,
like color.
Nate, they're saying they can't hear you.
That's weird.
Yeah, we can hear Nate. Can you guys hear everybody else?
Blah 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 blah.
Check, 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 check.
Okay.
Nate works so hard to get us all online, and it's punishing him by not letting him speak.
There, how's that? Yeah, okay. I think it's
Well, no one's commenting yet, so
Yeah,
don't
I had
think
some
can
zingers too. You guys missed out.
I told you the
This is
answer
not
to
the
the
first time this
universe.
has happened. I actually went most of the stream without.
We all got together and decided Nate should not be heard anymore. There he is. Oh, they can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
sorry about that. No, it's when I reset this thing, it just decided that like my camera was my microphone, and it's not turned on. So
Hmm.
sorry. The spinning plates.
Well, I have no clue what he said to recap it, so we'll just move on.
Kitty cat.
That's a drinking game. Every time you see the cat.
We'd be hammered already.
All right. I'm going to start. I liked Kat's idea, so I'm going to start with the number 1 folder was Daryl.
Oh my.
You get to go first.
Okay. I don't know if I have any great like pearls about what I felt like when I opened it. Okay,
Yeah.
it says host disabled participant screen share.
Of course I did.
Oh,
How dare you?
No. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're a bunch of
Wow.
amateurs.
Been fun.
We have to
Muted
describe it in
names.
great detail.
I muted Nate. I blocked your art. I'm done. I think I fixed it.
The theme of this episode, sabotage.
Yes. Okay. So these are my 3. Can you see them?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
That
So
was
much.
one of the reasons why I was like, did Gary do this on purpose? Because I had that Black Knight on my night art. So, but at any rate, yeah. So these are the 3 that I put together, and this was
Oh,
what I came up with.
Oh.
So he's basically whatever planet this is, these long wispies grow out of like a lichen or moss, and so he kind of cultivates it on himself and lies in wait. And in my mind, like the back half of him is like a big squidgy bug that's burrowed underground. So he just waits for creatures to get close to him and
that's
chomps.
dope.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
So,
He's making my skin crawl.
the
Yeah.
the wispies and the bug, that's kind of obvious, and then the armor shell thing, and then I tried to bring in like colors from this,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
the green, that his eyes are the red jewels, and then there's some green modeling and blue stripies, and then I did the teeth gold to kind of represent the
Okay.
triangles in that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the ring mostly came through in his coloring, I guess.
Mhm.
Are the
That's awesome.
wispies on a separate layer?
Yes, there's his wispies and other wispies, and then backgroundy, slightly blurry wispies. Because it took me of all of it, that took me the longest to kind
I
of
bet.
Yeah.
get
You could have
bet.
copied
what
and
I
pasted,
wanted.
but you didn't.
Well, no, I ended up because I started out and I was like, man, this is hard, and so like just trying to get a feel from it. I originally stole them from the bug in here, and I was like, no, I don't like that. And then I even like took selections. I was like, I wonder what Photoshop's generate will come up with all these prompts, and I didn't like any of that either, as far as like, because it just kept giving me these weird tufts of stuff. So I just ended up hand painting
No,
all of it.
that looks cool.
It's really cool.
I love how you use the blue on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
The creature.
Those eyes, man.
Yeah, I like that's my girls kept coming in and looking at it and going, I don't like that. And then
So you did it 3 more times.
yeah.
Yeah. That's how you know you're doing it right.
I'm a sucker for like multiple pairs of eyes. So
Yeah, you've mentioned that before. So a lot of it, I was like, should I add more just for
Yeah.
him? Or-
The
if
bounce
they're all
line is
clustered
really nice on
together,
this.
that's different. But if they have each their own like sockets, then they're kind of cool.
I
The
can-
texture is
Under my-
incredible. I can feel like it's making my skin crawl. Like it feels like I can pet it.
yeah. Like I keep fiddling with my hands when I look at it.
Yeah.
It means you did a good job.
I kept like in my mind's eye, there's like a gentle breeze, like slowly making all of this wispy stuff move just
Yeah.
slightly, and then you realize that something's staring at you.
Like some of it's
Which one
alive.
picked
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Boy.
I'm scared to find out like what the scale of it is, like how big it would be compared to a person.
Right.
Yeah,
Is it a
that-
tick or is it?
Yeah, right.
No. That was the thing I thought about, because it's like on an alien planet, so I didn't want to stick like, like normally you like throw in birds or you throw in a person, and I didn't want to do that because it's on a alien planet, but like he's pretty big. Like I was picturing like a person being like,
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
he's
Using
he
the
gets me
AI
like
brush, I see.
a bite. Yeah.
Well, you see it didn't draw any fingers, so
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly.
Either one way or the
Worry
other.
about it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's what I got. from
That's
these
cool,
guys.
man.
Yeah.
Really good.
Rachel says you could pet it once.
Yeah,
On the
maybe from
inside.
the inside. Yeah, exactly.
I love the brushwork in that
Yeah.
too.
Thanks.
You have a way of layering your textures together that
Nice.
it's like photogenic, like just the way you capture your lighting. You do so
I like
much.
I like the bounce lighting on the dark side of his head.
Right.
I think that's really effective.
I really wanted him to be in shadow, but you still be able to see him. So, yeah, and I like playing with my brushes.
Mm-hmm. And all of this was in Photoshop?
Yeah.
One of the last cowboys of Photoshop digital painting.
Hey, not the last.
I know. I said one of the last. You'll get there eventually. Very well done.
What I
dude.
love is that your digital paintings and like your traditional paintings like are just across the board. You can tell it's yours.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's almost like you handle them both the same way. In different. It's cool. It's really really neat.
I can never tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because when I'm doing it, I'm like, this should look different. But yeah.
There's people,
Right,
but you have to realize there's people that like strive to do that. Like their traditional stuff will look different from their digital stuff, and they might want to try and get it level and across the board. They can never do it. And, I mean, it happens more than you think.
Well, and that's like earlier on, my digital stuff all felt very shiny. Like it was all made out of plastic and rubber.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's what
Classic.
So that's I try to make sure it doesn't feel like that. So maybe that overcompensation is what lends it to look like my traditional stuff.
I think next season we need to do one prompt that we try to make as cute and cuddly and innocent and sweet as possible. And I think you guys are still gonna scare me with stuff you draw. Because I get a horror vibe every episode, at least one person.
That's what I was thinking when I drew this. I was like, I kind of really like children's storybook art, but then all of my stuff looks like this.
Right. Even your
I-
watercolor bit that you did
Yeah.
like 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, we're just like you kicked in the door with, I think it was the New Gods, where it was a giant like gorilla thing going on. It was I think you watercolored it all.
Oh, the swamp thing.
That was
combo
Swamp
the-
Thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Kong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, yeah. Even your watercolor was just textured and
Yeah.
gritty. Yeah.
I got to work on it before I can do cute and cuddly.
Well, the creepy was awesome.
Thanks.
I just know you guys just seem to do that with no matter what. But next up, folder number 3. Folder number 2 was Anna, and she's joining us later. She's on her way home. She got done. She's at school right now, so she is rushing home to entertain you guys.
Elvis hasn't entered the building yet, ladies and gentlemen. So we gotta go to the next number.
Folder number 3 was Cliff's. So Cliff, what did you get?
Okay, so I got when I opened my folder, I was like, oh yeah, I got an idea for this. And then I was like, no, I don't actually. And then I struggled with it for a while and never actually stopped. Let's see.
What?
Never stop struggling. That's like the best artist mantra ever.
All right. So here's my references that I got.
Nice.
And I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be
I'm
great.
already sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
Ew.
went through a few ideas, and this was the first thing I started working on.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, that came out of left
Nice.
field.
Nice.
So I worked on this guy for a while, and it just
I
wasn't.
love that.
I know. This is
I
Uh,
want to know more about that guy.
yeah. So you panicked out and you came up with something else?
Kinda, yeah.
'Cause this dude
So
is cool.
I started getting frustrated with him for a few different reasons, I guess. And so I just started noodling around and came up with the second thing for those guys. Came up with that guy.
Complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Hey.
Went full Stephen Amell right there.
And this
I'm
one
learning
wasn't
more.
frustrating.
That was
No, this
the
one is
outlet.
frustration incarnate.
Yeah.
That was the outlet for the frustration. So
I mean, I
That's
don't know if
awesome.
this really like fits the bill, but I'm not disappointed.
Creature, so you know.
It's like
he's kind of
I
a
hate
creature.
you, I
like
hate you.
Cronenberg, you can either make an
I love
outfit or
this.
make something out of these textures, or literally Cronenberg them together. So I accept.
He's kind of a creature. He's also kind of a character. You know, he's got his puppet that he likes playing with, and
That's
Yeah, at first I thought those lower teeth were her fingers, like she was trying to climb out of him.
Hey, I like that.
Also frightened me.
I like how you went from flying space monkey to that.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how did
It
you
looks
go
like
about doing
Be a
this?
cover.
Like,
It looks like a cover for like stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
It does.
That's
Yeah.
I love all that. The guy's art. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So this was the one you landed on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This was the one that got me to relax. The
Okay.
other
Ah,
one I
nice.
followed.
It's
I'm not
great
gonna
relaxation.
judge, but maybe I'll look at that
Monkey's too
relaxation.
much. I need horror.
I need to know, right?
so did you do the side of his head like a skeleton?
Yeah, there looks like to be a skull in there too.
I started to. I kind of worked in some of the shapes and then pushed them out again, and yeah,
Same
he was
nose
gonna have a
shape
big,
and- yeah.
like a big fart cloud coming out of the organ pipes, but I didn't like how that looked. So
I mean, there's frustrated, and then there's just plain childish, and I'm disappointed
we
you didn't
we
go
don't
that
wanna ruin
route.
something
But
perfect
you know,
here. That is
Yeah.
wicked.
I think there's a ton to look at in this.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, it was
But
fun
in
to
a
do
really
around with.
visually pleasing way.
Yeah.
There's, despite the fact that it's all meshed together, it's not a case of there being too much going on. It's like I like it. I really like it as a piece. I connect with this.
Where did it
Is that
start?
why I like it? I think I agree. I feel like this.
Yeah, this means something.
Were you inspired to start in one spot and then just kind of let it go from there, or did you have this kind of in mind when you started?
I didn't start with any ideas. I wonder if I can.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
So I had some ideas on like this weird thing with the organ feet, and then I just got annoyed by that, and so I started noodling around. I don't know, can I speed that up? Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, I just started doing details. and just
Wicked.
working through all the parts.
It winked at
That's
us.
so.
She
It's
did
kind of
Yeah, good call on the fart.
oh that
I thought that
think
was a tentacle.
was
Okay.
I think I was trying to do like the fabric from one of those images,
Oh.
like a scarf kind of thing, and I didn't like that.
Great. I think next season's prompt we're gonna be like take elements of this and make
Little hand.
this and this and this and that.
There's a fart cloud.
Draco says he'd make an awesome boss in D&D.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like the
I was at the time I was listening to a podcast with a couple of guys talking about the thing,
oh yeah.
and they were showing so much love with like the dog scene, the
Yeah.
dog in the thing. So I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome. So
Yeah, that's
there we go.
did not expect that. That was complete left turn from
That was a trip.
yeah,
like
but both of them were cool.
Yeah.
It was when you started with the chimp and then went there. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like I saw all of these and I thought flying space monkey. Then I got
Like,
pissed.
there.
I thought, this thing.
I love it.
It's like, all right, I
I
gave
love-
these
Both
kids
are
what they
amazing,
want.
by the way. Both were awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I went the Space Monkey route, but I don't really do text stuff that much, and so I was like trying to get all that with the detail that I wanted. I was like, this is not worth it. So that's it.
That was
Yeah,
awesome. No,
very
I
cool.
liked what you ended up with. I think Chris was right. I think I said I connected with something in that picture. I need to explore that after the show.
It's strange. It's strangely nice to look at.
Yeah.
It seems sweet, like he has a forever friend.
It was really soft. Yeah.
Yes.
It was very
Yeah.
soft.
A lot of texture too.
Reminds me a lot of Alan Williams's work.
Is he
Yeah.
crazy?
I love Ellen stuff. Yeah,
Oh God, yeah.
it's awesome.
Oh god.
He's also really sweet.
All right. Well, folder number 3. Oh, and Anna, hi.
Anna's here. I'm getting her set up if you want her to go next.
Well, if you're ready, we can give you a few minutes. You just
Actually,
ran in.
We're good to go.
Okay.
cool.
Well, James, you were going to be next. So how about we do you and then we do Anna?
Okay. That'll work.
Derail.
We're sharing the same brain and computer. Let's see here.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so this was my 3 images.
Mm.
All right, and then this is what I did.
Oh my goodness. That's right.
Awesome.
Hey. Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love that.
I want him like a ceramic figure on my desk,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like a porcelain or something.
Like he chinks when he skitters.
Yes.
He sounds so fragile.
It reminds me of like the character from Kubo and Two Strings.
Yeah.
Strings,
Okay.
yeah.
That evil samurai guy.
I didn't even think
I
of
don't-
that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's
So
so
we did
cool.
a Samurai Crab a while back for a game promo thing. Kind of reminds me of it.
That's so
This one's
cool.
kind of soft too. I like that.
Yeah, this is another pleasant one.
Again,
Like-
so many details.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, not getting a bad vibe out of this guy.
10
Yeah,
out of
I
10
like
would
it.
view again.
That is mostly the jar. Well, most of it's from these jars.
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
shit from the
okay.
spider,
Yeah.
and then the armor, of course.
That color usage is great, man.
I know, right?
Great
Yeah, it's
color
really
usage.
vivid.
I cannot get over that. That is beautiful work.
Yeah,
The
it's
lines
really
in its
nice.
eyeballs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super vibrant, but not overworked or anything. It's great.
No.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's real easy to overwork. Trust me.
Oh, that carapace on that front arm is so nice. That orange and blue
Yeah.
with the splotches. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely looks 3D ish the way the layer, like the way the
Yeah.
Mhm.
I especially love his head. And when you flipped back, I did see it in the jar. I
Yeah.
had noticed before.
I want to
Mhm.
buy that from kidrobot.com.
So we want each of us wanted are putting in an order for a 3D print of this.
Every
Get on it.
episode, there's at least 3 figures I want from the show.
I
That's
know.
fine. I will give you
Yeah.
a raw print, but you're painting it yourself.
We got minifig painters. We can make it work.
Okay,
Well,
so
we just need to
Yeah.
find a toy maker to sponsor the show.
There you
Right.
go.
It'd make a fortune.
are you like me where as you're painting it, you're coming up with like a story or a scene for like, because this guy feels very regal, and I can see him being like a messenger that like skitters into
Yeah.
a royal court. He does a lot of bowing with those front legs. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm coming up with, but I didn't know if you.
But
you
he's
did a
the
similar
smartest
thing.
one of all of them, and he knows it.
Yeah.
He's like the
Nice.
Sebastian of Bug Mermaid.
I wasn't really coming with a story, but I kind of got that 16th century Spanish Inquisition collar thing going on his neck.
Well, nobody suspects.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I kept going back to Shogun with the old miniseries because they had those guys with that on.
Cool.
I was like, huh, it's kind of a mixture of the Shogun insect because he's got Spanish Inquisition dudes with the samurai stuff. So.
The Inquisition.
Rachel thinks he feels like some rich person's pet.
It
Those
looks like it
sunglasses
spends
are
most of the
pretty.
time not talking, and then it just randomly says something small to you and scares the piss out of you.
Now do the voice.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, That's what we
the
thought.
silhouette on him is great too.
It is.
Yeah, I did like
super
4 or
strong.
5 different silhouettes before starting on the ones. So I wanted to make sure I kind of incorporated that in there.
yeah, man.
I can't get over his eyes. His eyes are so.
Those eyes are so dope.
And then Anna, these are her pictures.
Oh dang!
Yeah. 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 So this is what I got. And then,
I am so angry with everybody getting all these cool prompts. I'm so ass blasted.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris, the whole time I'm thinking, man, I shouldn't whine so much. These people have way harder than I did.
mine's. I didn't get mine finished.
Oh no, you're busy.
Girl, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all
But-
been there.
But yeah, I decided to do create an outfit. I get so since the dress and the crab mainly had the blue and the gold going on, that's what I
Right.
mainly went with the color palette. And then the crab has like that little bit of red in it. So I wanted to add that, just a little bit of the red throughout the design. Her staff, what the idea behind the staff, it would have the same color palette as her armor.
Yeah.
And yet, I was kind of debating on her skin tone, so that's another so that's why her skin tone isn't why that isn't colored. But yeah, with the color that I kind of got this like aqua feel to it, so that's kind of the direction I wanted to go with it. The pose that I actually referenced the pose from Shinshi stock. She has a lot of pose references that anybody can use on DeviantArt. So they're like free to use and everything, to like reference or whatever. So that's.
Can you go back to the?
It's like she just wants credit. That's all she wants.
Can you show the other screens again? The other pictures.
You want to see her pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. There's no denying the references there.
I like. It reminds me of Shining Force from Sega Genesis.
Yeah,
like Sega
Genesis. Totally.
Yeah, I like how you mirrored the like her staff. I like how you mirrored that in her armor. I think that's a super cool design. That's a super cool design element. Oh yeah, plus the crab.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
nice.
and you have the crab figure at the end of the staff.
Well,
I mean, that's.
I love how you've got the elegance of that gown, but she still looks like she could kick some ass.
Yeah.
Armor.
Another inspiration in regards to like the armor that I went that kind of helped was Saint Seiya, that series. There's a lot of armor, a lot of different armors. One of them is actually they based on the 12 zodiacs. So one of them is Cancer. So I was kind of also using that as a reference, as an idea. I wanted to do something a little different with her headpiece, but I kind of ran out of time, so I just that's what I ended up with. But yeah, again, since I was thinking more of like, Aqua, that's kind of what I did. Why I did what I did with her ears.
Yeah.
Like, there's more stuff like that. I kind of
you definitely.
I really like the face. The face is awesome.
Yeah.
You definitely could pull that green from the shell, that aqua from the shell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like how you pulled the color palette, like pulling in the kind of reddish color, like 'cause you can see that at the end of the crab's pincers.
Yeah.
And just kind of like you can see all the little pieces in it.
And if it wasn't for knowing that you had a crab as an inspiration, I probably wouldn't catch it because it's a really nice, simplified design. But like the doodly doos,
the staff is kind of cliche, but
no.
I
but
mean, that's
like the doodly doos that come off of her dress and that are also on the staff very much made me think of the back legs of the crab, the kind of paddly ones.
Right.
I really like how you drew that in and then made it cohesive with the staff.
And that's kind of what I wanted to look back on for, was finding out if they had like they had like plating or whatever that were rounded like that. But looking at the crab picture, like, and that's a small detail that you made kind of a bit of a fixture on the outfit, and I don't know, that was clever. Yep, very cool.
Very. Are you gonna finish this one?
Probably.
You better, because it's
I
gonna be
don't know when though. It's one of those I don't know when.
Yeah.
Because I was literally like doing this in between classes. So this is actually what I was able to get finished in that,
you got a lot done.
that time frame.
Yeah.
So
you got a lot done, especially to do like clean line work and everything too.
I actually did this in Fresco.
Yeah.
So it's like the outline and everything. So yeah, this is actually like fully digital. The sketch isn't, but
yeah,
this is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like very rough, and my lines aren't as nice as I like them to be, but
Still looks amazing.
Yep.
Yeah,
I love her.
turned out great.
Very, very, very nice. All right, we're moving on to folder 6 now, and that is Jared. Bless you.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
I thought you were gonna do like a TikTok.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Pull your hand back and boom, there it is.
Actually wearing his artwork.
Ooh.
Ooh, you got the Man of War.
Nice.
This is what I got. Now I feel like a case for complaining.
Is that from the cinematic classic Real Steel?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Cinematic
yes.
classic.
The classic, the box office breaker, real.
Mhm.
The only thing that I loved about it is I did not have to guess about color scheme at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it's gonna be blue, so that's nice. All right, so just
Nice.
make it.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Cool.
That's where
Like
I
her
ended
shoulder.
up.
Clever.
That's cool. Dude, Man of
didn't
War
know
is
what
so
to-
cool.
Yes, that's awesome.
Okay, so I have to ask, is her hair in that bottom just a clever framing device, or is that where she ends?
No, it's just clever framing.
Okay. I was
Usually-
either way. I just was wanting to know if I picture her floating around, you know.
She does have kind of a mermaidish vibe, but I was originally just trying to draw her up, so I kind of had an idea for everything would place, and then I'd come back later on and actually draw like the actual picture I was gonna give, like showcase. But like I said, I procrastinated like a crazy person. So
That's awesome.
this is not what I imagined the final. I wanted something a little bit more dynamic, but I was very happy with the placement, and how everything kind of laid out towards the end there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got a pretty solid flow to it, man.
Yeah, I really adore just the use of all, just like how many elements. I'm a freak personally of like tons of like little greebles and clothing details and stuff.
Yeah.
So this speaks to me. I'm like, oh yeah, patterns, yeah, patterns.
And dude, she has pupils, so that is.
I keep trying to make sure I bring something that's not quite normal, Jared, to each one of these. 'Cause I can draw that stuff anytime. But yeah, I originally saw what's her name, Dua Lipa or whatever over here.
Yeah.
And I think if you talk to her, she'll actually teach you Spanish. I think that's how that works. Isn't that an app? Dua Lipa. Anyway, I saw her big old hair at the top, and I was like, well, the jellyfish or thing over here kind of looks like it could be the top of her head, and then
Yeah, that
it
was
just kind of
clever.
went from there.
I love Man of War.
And then, of
It's
course,
cool.
how could you not incorporate like this
Yeah.
giant like that element had to stay, but then I was like, okay, but then I have this robot I got to deal with now. I brought in that shoulder pad design a little bit, and then of course I wanted to then bring her kind of a warrior princess top. So
well, it kind of works with the helmet too.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
The expression is
I
so
love
cute.
everything about it. And I loved the dress, and I like your dress better.
Yeah.
Just
that's where I ended up with her.
All right, Rachel says that she loves how you combine the 7 hard robot armor with the soft poofy skirt.
Uh-huh.
And then Powell Art says, I feel like the last 2 characters would be best friends in a magical girl show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That looks great.
Yeah,
I love it. I love
That's
the
really cool,
colors.
man.
I love the colors in it. Love how it's executed. Love the line work. You're talking about line weight and stuff earlier. I love the line work. Absolutely.
Oh, I know.
Good stuff.
Yeah, there's just so much nice control and flow to it, and just
it's so pleasant to look at.
What'd you do this in?
Sketchbook Pro, whatever the hell it's called, on my tablet.
Yeah, that's pretty. I really like the composition. I like that spiral. That
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
goes
that's a design brain right there, man. That's...
Yeah. That thing's got spirals all through
Right.
it. It's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I was
I feel
curious
like
about how the
she
Man
could-
of War was going to translate, but making that it doesn't look gross. It looks like a crowd.
It's cool, yeah.
Because normally they're like they're blobbish things. They're not jellyfish per se. They're the only one of their genus of their kind, but they're bioluminescent and there's like huge ridges of glowing pink above the top edge that you.
Oh.
And they're just every single one of them glows differently, and it's so. I mean, I'm glad you took the cool part of it, and not the gross tentacly part, because then we'd end up in another.
Well,
we'd
the
be giving
tentacly part, I
Deanna
was trying to
nightmares.
make
Yeah.
her hair kind
Yeah,
of.
her hair's
I
the
was trying to
tentacle.
make her hair a little bit more tentacly.
Yeah,
Right here in front.
I caught that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she looks like she could be the next Disney princess.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. It's very like classic Disney or like 90s, like 89 to
Yeah.
90s Disney, if like the best way possible. Like
Yes.
the you remember the Disney Adventures magazines that had like the comics in them, like the art that you would see in that.
Yeah.
Like that's
I
what
think
it
it was
was.
like, for
And
sure.
it's like that. I loved that stuff. And it's kind of like if you just let animators be comic book artists, that's what you got in those magazines, and that's what this feels
Oh,
like.
for sure. I appreciate that. Band-Aid was ripped off, and I appreciate it because I legitimately was terrified of this problem.
And like everyone loves it. And
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think anybody has ever said anything negative about something on here.
Well, at least
No, this is a big love fest. That's not even the point. There's so many like. This is fun.
It's
Also,
fun.
I just love it.
Fun.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's why you guys keep coming back. You always seem to enjoy it.
oh yeah,
Even when you complain about the pieces with the prompt.
Well, this is why we go to conventions so we can go afterwards and hang out. So this
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
all the afterwards and hanging out with none of the convention. So
Right.
There you go.
Keep
All
our
right.
pride
Well,
at home.
folder number 7 went to Mr. Josh.
All right.
You get to go next.
Not a sports scientist, but
Let's see here. There we go. Share screen.
Everything is so cool so far, by the way, guys. I love this. Let's see that your brains
All
are.
right. So these are
Oh my God.
oh my god.
I was
my
there for
goodness,
these. Where did
I
these
forgot.
come from? Where did that one come from?
You're welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gary's got a folder on his hard drive somewhere that I am.
Yeah, he's
terrified.
sneaking some pics in it.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
I-
seeing that one in the.
I don't remember
past.
either. He's just got like this scary nutsack pic just hanging out. I'm gonna sneak this in.
Yeah, when I got these, I was like, what am I supposed to do with these?
I am so sorry.
I rolled through it for a while and sat on it for a couple of days, and then I didn't at work and I had some time, so I decided to sketch something up. And while I was sketching, one of my coworkers comes in and he's like, "Oh, that looks like an elemental." So I was like, "Oh, I think I have to change everything I'm doing now."
They probably just learned the word.
Yeah. So I had to. Well, I just went with my original idea.
Yeah.
And then what I came up with.
Nice.
There we go.
oh,
There it
nice.
is.
Oh,
That's
He
wonderful.
de-horrified this.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
I like how you took
Exactly.
something terrified and made it elegant and classy.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's
that's
the point.
for. It's like she's like an empress type woman walking in on the scene, and it's like the paparazzi of her alien world or something.
It looks like she belongs in Black Sad.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
She looks like
Yeah,
someone that the royalty of a planet in Clone Wars or something. Like they would have to go and appeal to because she like some spoiled. But that's
How did you fight the urge not to put those giant shoulder pads on her?
well, they're there. Just
Yeah,
not
it's just he made them
enormous.
somehow more realistic.
So pretty.
I know. It's
I
so
love
Very pretty.
how simple but striking the palette is.
Yeah.
It's only a few colors.
Yeah.
Super striking, and it works
Uh-huh.
so well. Like that cream color.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I pulled all the colors from the references. I left none of it up to chance.
Well, you can still pull colors from a reference and still mess a piece up.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Believe me. Like, this is just, it looks awesome.
Yeah, this just screams control.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I've got here, I'll show the time lapse.
Neat.
I like how two of those references are photos, and yet you still somehow made it look more plausible with the cat art.
Yeah, like I believe this.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
That leg position.
It flows so well that like it makes sense looking at that sketch.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been taking a gesture drawing class at the art museum, and it's been helping a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that pose really has a lot of weight to it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, and then from there it's just kind of like filling in the details. There we go.
And just when you think there's not enough feathers, guess what?
A giant feathers.
Shut down the feathers.
Elton John is jealous.
Yeah. Did you originally plan to bring in the feathers? Like, well, I might be spoiling it for.
It's okay. No, they were kind of afterthought. But I sat with it for a long time, and it took me a much longer than I thought to finish it. But I'm happy with how it ended.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a solid
cool.
art
It's
piece.
Less is more in
Oh,
this
yeah.
one, for sure. It definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I think this is, good where it's at, and just call it.
Very well done, dude.
Thanks.
Nah, that's not even close to where I would have accidentally ended up.
I would have been fixated on that first pick. Like
I am shocked you made something so beautiful out of those images.
Yeah.
I was shocked when I saw it.
Yeah.
I think
Gorgeous.
I would have gone full Dark Souls.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Folder number 8 ended up going to Mr. Chris Yarborough.
Hey.
Yarborough.
Hey, that's me.
It's you.
All
We
right.
almost didn't get to see this folder.
Why?
Because remember we gave you somebody's folder that had to drop out.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
yesterday, wasn't it?
Yes.
Haley had to step out, and you stepped right in. It's impressive.
All right.
Oh my!
Is this
man.
is this screen sharing?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was talking about being ass blasted earlier,
I agree. Suddenly, it makes sense.
so I don't know how Gary nailed it, but I have an extreme hatred for 20s fashion. Like just like
It's funny that he blames you immediately, Gary.
I know, like that's like the 5th blame I've got.
It's like pathological. I see it and I go, oh God. Anything but this. And so I punished my character. So we have this flower. I couldn't figure out what flower this was, so I didn't have a lot of reference, so I just had this for reference. And then of course one of these Boston Dynamics creepy, eventually kill everyone robots. Which I cannot help but be excited about. I see them, I'm like, they are so cool. But I've always said that dying by Terminator is an acceptable way to die, so I'm down. Anyways, so let's get to the art. So this is my guy.
Oh,
That is a wonderful.
Yeah, we've
oh wow.
That is awesome.
And see,
I want to see that in color.
we've ventured back across the line here.
Like I said, I wanted to punish him for wearing 20s clothes, so I did. Boston Dynamics is at it again, this time they're merging human flesh with flowers. And of course their robot as a framework. It's funny because just the other day I drew a T-800 Terminator. So I heard he kind of had that in the headspace. So there's a few like Terminator elements to this too. But I had a whole write up about like DARPA projects and monitoring this plant and stuff, but it never came to fruition.
I'm just picturing like this should be in the next Rick and Morty episode.
He's like a crooner Darth Maul.
Yeah.
He's got the little stamens coming out of his eye holes. And
You know, for good measure.
Let's
Nice
see,
butt.
he's got a random CPU shoved in his chest.
Random.
You know, it's all battery powered, by the way. You know, it's all got a battery. You know, he's got
Is he water cooled?
no. This looks like it's just a standard. Yeah, it's just
Okay,
a standard
air cool.
heat sink.
There's
Yeah,
not even there's not even a CPU under there. He just wanted to stick a fan in him.
yeah, pretty much.
Liquid cooled from his butt. It's...
Yeah, blood does it. He's got, you know, there's a fertilizer tank with ammonium nitrate in it. That's, you know, let's see. And then I think my favorite, this is like an 11th hour detail, but the thing that I thought was just so fun were these little
Yeah, I noticed that.
these little finger things that control like his tendons.
That's the
And
first
that's
thing
what
I
makes
saw.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Wow.
Poor guy didn't
And-
even have control of his own fingers.
I like the idea that this guy doesn't have eyes anymore. He just has the most basic survival instincts, right? Because his brain's been obliterated except for his like brainstem, but he's still trying to see what's going on with his hands. So he's trying to look. There's nothing going on there. So the flower is in control.
What is that bracelet?
Oh, that's a little like hospital like.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's got like a barcode on it and stuff. So that's like his test subject bracelet.
Oh.
Aperture Laboratories.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Let me get this straight. You got the prompt yesterday?
Yeah. Well, I can show you like the first. Here's my first thing was like, yeah, I want him like kind of strapped to like a table. You know, that was the first thing I was like, no, that's boring. And then this came, I was like, oh, cool, that's kind of spidery and weird. And then I thought, oh, that's too close to like his stance, and it's not very dynamic. So then I was like, okay, let's go with number 3. And so
I love it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Wow.
yeah, it's funny because now I realize I also did a bunch of like tactical straps like
Yeah.
the other day. The other day I did like this jumble of like tactical straps, like just practicing. So you're kind of also seeing like the result of like my practice for the last like week or so too. So it's like it all kind of came together for this.
Awesome.
Yeah, it
It
worked
looks,
out.
it reads really, really well as black and white, but I would love to see just a little bit of that flower and his red and just that top. I think that'd be like
Yes,
super
it definitely. I think I will go back in colors because there's like a couple things that like, you know, like I want like this dusty kind of nasty yellow in his ammonium nitrate tank. You know, like it's like
Oh,
it's like a
yeah.
fertilizer tank. I want like some glowy lights, like someone had the RGBs hooked up in his CPU there.
He's
that
a
little-
gamer. He's a gamer flower.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. This little LED on his shoulder. I don't know what that does, but it's cool. You gotta throw LED.
I like
on
how atrophied his legs are.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, the plant has sucked out everything that's like not immediately being used right now.
I love how this
I'm
person
glad-
is being more than tortured than we could have ever expected.
Right. This is
That-
urban as hell.
Don't wear 20s clothes around me. I get it.
You all had this coming, and now we're suffering together. How dare you, Gary?
Out there,
But so thanks. This was really fun. I had a great time, and
Yeah, well, happy you could spend 10 minutes with us.
He
It was
got to
very-
knock out some issues.
Yeah, so Yar has a trigger. Okay.
Yes, 20s clothes.
if there's ever a serial killer that kills people in 20s clothes, I'm gonna call y'all real person.
Yeah,
You know, I think it'll be okay because that trend went away like 20 years ago at proms and stuff. So So
He
it's,
meant the
it's all good.
question of how are his shoes staying on?
Oh, they're tied nice and tight. The
Oh,
Double knots.
See, in my initial write up for this, I had like this lore. I was making this like interview between. It was going to be set up like an interview between a technician and a DARPA chief, you know. And it was going to be an interview where the DARPA chief, the DARPA guy was like asking him, like, you know, what about this? What about this? And the scientist was telling him stuff. And my lore for why he even has the suit still is because they're trying to do this like this kind of weapon emplacement that you can just drop in the jungle for like a year and it will kind of bury itself and then they can activate it like when they need to, but they need a human brain to even keep the whole thing running, because like AIs, like in my head canon, they're like, you know, AIs, you know, are kind of a failed promise. You know, the drone guys are using them, but we're not interested in them, so we still need like an intellect. And so my explanation for why he had the 20 clothes is that they you know, they just had the test subject strapped to the plant, you know, to the table, but for some reason the plant just like didn't grow like it was supposed to, and it was only happy once it was dressed. So they just, so it's like it wouldn't do what it was.
Bougie plant.
For unknown reasons, the plant just did not do well when you took the clothes off. So they kept the clothes.
You give them awareness.
So-
It's a modest
needs to be
flower.
worn.
How is
Yeah.
it swing dancing?
Isn't that the history of mankind too?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the whole thing.
I love the machinery.
That's
of
wild.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I have a good time drawing it.
I just keep staring at it. Love it.
That's all I could think too.
I like little pistons and like bolts and stuff, and
Yeah, that's my favorite. I love all the little details and like the wires and everything going through. It's really awesome.
yeah, if I can put one of those big like what kind of cables are those? Those big like SATA cables?
Yeah.
The SATA
If I can
cable?
put a big
Yeah.
SATA cable on something, I
Just
will.
For
You know, like
random, like
Yeah.
mechanical hard drives for no reason. Yeah. just
yes,
load
yes,
'em up.
absolutely.
And then hand them over to Exhibit to pimp them out. That'd be.
I thought I really thought about doing a 40 an RTX 4080 in there, but I thought that was too like it was too jokey. You know, I was like, that's too, that's too jokey. I think I'm just gonna do something that's kind of.
What I love about this illustration is that it reminds me of the old creepy and eerie books. Like
Oh,
it's like
nice.
it reminds me of something you see on one of the covers of it, like the way it's done and everything. I've been reading a lot of those lately, like a bunch of them, and like this is just something that I feel like I would thumb through a stack of books and see that on one of the covers. Like it's perfect. I love what you did. I'm glad you did this.
I am too. It was super awesome. Like I joke about being mad about it, but like I'm telling you, I think it was probably 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, I know exactly what I want to do. Like so.
Yeah.
You found your muse.
Yes. Oh, for sure. You know.
Rage.
Yeah, primitive, unexplainable rage usually is a pretty good muse.
I love how creative you guys are. Because you're like, oh, I can't believe you gave me this. Look what I did.
Yeah.
I feel like I ruined everyone's lives this episode.
Made us strong.
The
You made us
graphics part of it. Hey, I mean, you're never gonna get a bunch of artists together without just a ton of griping. It's what we do.
Yeah, it sure is what we do.
Really,
don't
I
have
don't
the
hear you guys complain that. I mean,
Yeah, you
overall,
have.
I don't notice the complaining. Do you save it for when I walk away?
No, you're usually the one that solves it.
Yeah.
If we don't have the artistic struggle, we make it.
Yeah.
Perfect. I can buy that.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Chris. That was awesome.
Thank you.
And folder number 9 went to Mr. Gary Vidal.
Gary Vidal.
So
Gets his own theme song.
Yeah, several.
Now, what did you call this earlier?
glitter bomb.
Glitter bomb.
Because when I picked the images, I was like, I want to see someone's take on this, just how they would go about doing this. And I was like, go out there. It's like throw like a bottle into the ocean and be like, okay, someone else is gonna get this. And then the bottle came back and the glitter bomb.
The Coast Guard was like, "Sir, no littering."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason for any of these. Yeah.
So I picked these 3 images, guys. Like, I want to see what someone would do with these 3. We put like these buildings in here that have these really unique shapes and grooves in them and stuff. Someone made some tactical Mandalorian armor, like that's real.
Nice.
Tactical armor. But they did like with the Mandalorian pieces on the army helmet and stuff. So I thought that was really cool because I had great shape language, especially this thing on the head here. It's very
Oh yeah.
Boba Fett. Yeah. And then Lizzo's dress. I mean, that's just fabulous. From the
Yeah, that's
talent
a
there.
sick dress.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that's like, what am I gonna do? If same thing. I was like, oh god, shit, what am I gonna do? It blew up in my face. So what am I gonna, got it. Know what I'm gonna do? And I ended up with this.
Oh,
Goodness.
damn.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay. I see
That
the
is-
building
Yeah.
influence.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
twist at the
that's-
back.
Yeah. The
good lord, that's awesome.
I like that knife, that tactical knife right there.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I love the colors. They're gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those
That
guns
was
look like they'll
fancy.
either kill you or she'll play some mean duck hunt.
Exactly.
Kevin's NES vibes from those, yeah.
It's like
That's
a
some
Mandalorian
sexy
with some
armor.
That
That's
really
nice.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is slick.
Yeah. I had so much fun doing that too. Because at first I was just like, what the hell am I gonna do? And then once I thought of it, I was like, oh yeah. And then the feather on top of the helmet was kind of like added on a little bit later because I was like, no, I want some cooler shape language with
Got
this
food and water. isn't
figure.
it?
Yeah.
So I threw this big old plume, like this
Yeah, the plume hawk is
feather
really
on
cool.
top
Oh,
of the helmet.
Keelan got
She's
got his
definitely
one scoop
not
this morning and a thing of water, and I gave him 2. The church.
She's definitely not a stealth character.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. She's that good.
Yeah.
I want to see this character in action.
No
I wanna-
kidding.
Submit it to Hasbro.
I need a toy of this.
Yeah.
No, I want to
Yeah.
see the real person. I imagine that cape flowing, and
Mm-hmm.
this would be a cool action scene.
It'd be fat. Like I feel like this character's name would be like Fabulous. Like
the
You-
Fabulorian.
Yeah, but it's
Like you hear a
Fabulous.
snap in the background.
Clam DeLorean.
Glam DeLorean. The Ab Fab Glam
What happened to
DeLorean.
the cartel? Fabulous killed the shit out of everybody, homie. Fabulous left no survivors for no
Just the scene where the guy's like standing there, he's about to shit himself because he hears everyone die, and he looks out, you see nothing, then you see this little plume like come
Right.
up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just bebopping around.
I think this would be the only the only Star Wars character that actually took pride and is not all grungy and dirty.
Yeah.
Like the weapons would be awesome to see all themed out. Like you get a room and you think a thermal grenade pops in, but then it just flies up into the air and turns into a disco ball with like their own entrance music, and then she comes in, and there's all sorts of little knives and stuff hidden in the floofy cape.
Oh yeah.
Because another person that or artist that I thought of when I was designing this was Mobius.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
And so
100%.
I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
I kind of had him in mind when I was designing this.
Mhm.
Like him, Ralph McQuarrie, especially, because he did a lot of the Star Wars stuff. but yeah, mostly just those two, and then just kind of use the brush. Like it's not highly detailed or anything. It's mostly like blocks of color with the sketch underneath,
Mm-hmm.
and then just cut around it. Because I had to do this in one sitting. It took me like 2 hours. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I had to go with a little bit, some shortcuts and some techniques.
the groove
to-
designs in the armor was a very clever way of incorporating the buildings. Like,
Yeah,
that was
for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah, I like
impressive, man.
the like fade from light to dark through the figure is really awesome.
You should, yeah. I want to see how these do as a print, like that. Like I bet that it's got enough of everything beautiful and everything familiar that there's no way people wouldn't just. I bet it would go off as a real. You should make a print of this.
I love
And then
her.
people are gonna want toys of it. Which, if you're listening out there, internet land,
Yeah.
I want a toy. of
No,
this.
there's a lot of people that will make toys for us. We just have to have a lot of money.
I just want one at retail.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like setup cost is most of that money. Like, yeah, very well done, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Your glitter bomb backfired, but you rose to it.
I owned up for it. I was like, yeah,
Oh.
you know what? Screw me. Let's just
What
do this
was-
and do it.
What was the image that you added at the last minute? Just curious. Was it the building?
What's that?
Didn't you say that you added like a last image into this, and then it came back to you?
Oh,
this one I made before, and then I came back and put in new images, and then I switched that folder out
Okay.
with that new folder because I knew what was in that new folder, but I forgot what was in that other folder. But it was these prompts. And I didn't realize that, and it backfired on me because I wanted to see someone else do it. That wasn't me. But that didn't happen now, did it?
I just want to see this one in real life. You need to find a cosplayer that wants to make this. I want to
Yeah.
see her.
If we could get a hold of Valerie, I bet she might make a trip or do it and send pictures.
Very cool.
That would be fun. Thanks for peeping that, guys.
Yeah, man.
Right. Oh, Caitlin, you had folder number 10.
Me. Oh boy. All right.
How'd you feel about what you got?
So mixed emotions. Yeah.
I hope this is one that someone else put together.
Yeah. Okay. So
I just want one of us to be like, I was so stoked.
It wasn't me.
yeah,
Ooh.
so I was
Ooh,
really
neat.
excited about the indigenous garbs and clothing because I love the idea of the patterns and the beadwork. And then there's this thing. I was like, okay, interesting. And then there was this thing.
Oh my.
So
How dare you?
yeah, I think like a lot of everyone else, I opened up my folder, I looked at my pictures, and then I closed it and I sat with it for a few days. Like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You ghosted the email.
Yeah, and then I started it like a couple days ago, and then I didn't finish it until like an hour before we went on. So I threw on a ton of overlays and multiply layers, and so I'm gonna just burn everyone's eyes out with the fluorescent pinks. But
Oh my goodness.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my goodness.
Oh,
Love this.
yes.
That look on her face.
yeah, I kind of was going for like the wall-eyed fish look. So
Love it.
Yeah.
succeeded. So incorporating like that weird fish, like instantly when I saw the fish picture, I was like, okay, that's got to be some type of hair.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of played around with the costume, I guess, the outfit to try to
Yeah.
incorporate the other stuff. So pulling in some of those like indigenous patterns, and yeah, and then whatever I couldn't even figure out if she's wearing, like it almost looks metallic. So
Yeah,
but
Cool.
that is very well done. I'm very impressed by how you incorporated a little bit
It's
of everything
mixed
in there.
together awesomely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you nailed it.
thanks.
This could have gone in so many different ways, and this is like honestly like far better than anything I would have come up with.
Yeah, if I had more time, I definitely I would have liked to have incorporated, I think, more of like the beadwork, like doing a lot more details into it. But yeah.
I think that's impressive.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love that you made that
Also
the hair.
not-
Like,
the
use that
hair.
for-
Yeah, because I mean, a big squishy brain would have been easy.
I don't know.
Or at least that's just what I first thought when
I
I
wasn't
saw it. But
listening.
yeah, the hair was
Yeah.
very clever. Those eyes.
The eyes are
That
great.
expression just keeps pulling me in.
She's
Yeah.
either a professional
Yeah.
model or she's like somebody caught her.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was trying to also incorporate, so like the fish kind of has like this pattern,
Oh yeah.
almost like a stripe pattern. So kind
Yes.
of like trying to pull that in. I didn't get a chance to, I would have loved to, if I had time to go in and like actually texture her skin to make it look more like fish scales. But that was just something I didn't get a chance to get around to. But yeah, just trying to incorporate that. And then this picture had a lot of interesting patterns, but I didn't get a chance to like, I did what I could in the time I had.
Yeah.
But
For
yeah,
sure.
trying to pull in the shapes and stuff.
Oh, this looks good.
Yeah.
Very cool character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So it was fun. I like these type of challenges, but it was definitely like, I think like everyone, like you get the pictures and the prompts and you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do with these? And it was one of those things too, like you just kind of almost have to fiddle around with it until like do a couple sketches. And I can't find I don't know if I deleted my sketch layers, but like I did like a thumbnail first of like the outfit that I had in mind before I sketched out like the full on character. So
I felt like once one thing clicked, it all started to fall to place, but
Yeah.
it took a
Mhm.
second for it to find that piece that was gonna make it all.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Take a shot if you cried in the shower after you got your prompt. But I was gonna say I really like the brushwork on this.
Yeah, for
Talk
sure.
about like
Oh,
all
yeah.
these details.
Thank
Like,
you.
the
It's
brushes, the
very
brushwork is
rushed.
awesome.
I appreciate it.
But sometimes that can make it look really, really
Yeah.
because you think, okay, how can I accomplish this big thing with this much
Yeah.
time? Like, what shortcuts can I take, but still make this,
Mm-hmm.
render this the best way possible? Sometimes you just have to use a brush that has that has texture on it,
Yeah.
but it still works. I think it looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
with all the scales and beads and stuff, it would have been easy to overwork it and made there be
Right.
too much going on.
Yeah. And that's one of my struggles too, is because I get caught up in like especially with outfits, because I love the detail work too. And so like I could have just like kept going with this outfit, like doing like inking all the details, and then I would have hated myself when it came time to like try to render anything, because there would have been a million things to color. But and then I also did try to keep to like, I pulled just a palette of what I could, some of the colors that were from the reference, and tried to like limit myself.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I was really drawn to the fish picture and just how bright it was. And so I was trying to like at the last minute be like beefing up my my colors to burn everyone's eyes out. So
These are
No, it looks great. It's awesome.
so
Nate says it looks like she was caught, but to me it looks like she just realized it wasn't actually a costume party.
Or it was a costume
was
party
thinking-
and this is her normal clothes.
I was thinking she just heard James's character talk.
Or she was the only one that heard Clint's fart.
yeah. Yeah. That
Cliff,
was that.
sorry.
There's a lot of girl power in tonight's characters, which I really dig.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
You guys are super impressing me because those folders are very, very items that do not match. Like, I'm impressed, very impressed.
There was a theme, or at least a concept for each collection, but I don't know if they got shuffled up
Yeah,
again.
I was gonna ask
or-
that. Like, how did you all who
We were, yeah,
chose the pictures?
we were all huddled
um,
around in a circle.
We did. We all hung around a little laptop and said that picture, and that picture should go with
We're all in a tattoo studio,
goes
and I mean, it was a
there.
busy day that day. I didn't expect. We thought Sundays were normally closed, but like everybody had somebody to work on, so we're all just huddled around and like, oh, like that, and then that, and then that, and then there was fights and fist fights, and it was.
Oh, nice.
But I don't know,
I'm
like some
seeing-
of them, they had at least some sort of like linear like concept
Okay.
to them when they were
Did
chosen.
you
but-
did you source your photos from like Pinterest, or how did you know that? Did you just Google funny looking fish? Like what was your like what was the what was
I mean,
what was
I
the-
did, but
Okay.
no, but
Daily.
yeah,
He
there-
does that daily.
well, and a lot of it was also that we had to be really particular about trying not to get anything AI,
Oh yeah.
because we had to like those houses that was in Gary's,
Mhm.
we were just like, is it? We're like, no, like we had to do some research on some of them to see what they were. And-
Is that real? Is that a real place?
That's
Yeah.
a real place.
Oh yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah. That's an architecture.
I think it's someplace in
What's that?
Europe?
It's
I think it's
in
someplace in
Australia.
Europe. Oh, Australia.
Yeah, I think it's in Australia.
Yeah, if you're gonna put something modern and weird in the middle of a normal area, that's the way to do it.
Mhm.
That looked, yeah. I was noticing a lot of fashion and armor and odd creatures,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like the circle of those things. But
You
for
just
one
described us.
Let me see. You had folder 10, folder 11 went to Cat. So Cat,
Hi
you're up.
again.
Nope.
Hit the button. That one.
It's like me. I have to talk through it.
Okay. All right. So I got two buildings, no animals. So
Oh.
Is it a building or a cake?
right,
Cake or building?
right.
Good night.
Yeah, this building I actually really hated initially because of these giant squares right here, these bows. Absolutely hated the bows.
Huh.
The colors are good. But no, I focused whenever I was first looking at it, I was focusing on these two. And I almost did. If it wasn't for the fact that I went back through and made sure that I read the prompt, I was going to do an entire scene. So I went back through and read the prompt. And it's not done yet. Oh my god. Why aren't you letting me do anything? Okay. There's that one. There's that one. Okay. Go away. I can't make it go away.
A slow reveal.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So yeah,
Cool.
it's a little bit darker than I had intended. However, will be lightened up as time goes on.
Very cool. Yeah, I see a lot of the color
Mhm.
reference.
Mhm.
What is
Yeah,
the thing that is on the ground there that they're leaning against?
Oh, So that is, oh God, that is going to end up being a shield that has this going into it.
Nice.
Okay, so I see
Which
the
is-
I see the bands on the wrist. Yeah, from that building. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, the pattern.
And that you're using the curvature like in the shells there for like the snaps on the uniform
Mhm.
and that cream color.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that cream
I see what
color,
you're doing there. That's really cool, actually. I like
that
that.
cream color actually came from, oh my God. Why aren't you letting me use this thing? Oh my God. I
You
can't reach
gotta
it.
finish this, man.
Yeah,
I
I
want to see
know.
what the shield's gonna look like.
Well, okay, so that cream color, there we go. Okay. Actually came from these little square things. I ended
Oh,
up
okay.
using this one like the most references because like the leggings here
Oh,
are
yeah, the
actually
pattern.
this.
Texture.
Oh my God. Cannot. There we go. It's
Oh,
actually this pattern here.
Oh, okay.
These like little white squiggly things.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
And then this along here is oh my God. I'm incorporating this for the like grip right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the one reference that was like my most hated, I'm using the most of. And and I what initially gave that cream is that I liked these diamonds here because they've got that slit opening in it, and I thought that that would be really cool to do based on the based on the patterns that this had.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So there will be yellow.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd like
Yeah.
to see this when it's done, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
I see exactly
like
where
that.
you're pulling from.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the house that shaped like the shell, like in the
Yeah.
wrist.
Oh yeah.
Like the little stripes. That's a really nice call.
I think that shield's gonna be really cool.
Yeah,
I know. I want to see the shield.
Right. That was gonna be my
I
like
wanna see
main
the
focus I was
shield.
focusing on and everything. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna go and render everything else and I'll spend most of the time on the shield. Nope, not even close.
But you know what? That's the beauty of it. You can always go back and do that anytime you want.
Oh, this is gonna be done before Tremendicon, so gotta
Even
be done in
better.
time for that.
I really like the lighting that you chose for it.
Thanks.
Uh,
It's like really strong on one side.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got really good like shapes in the face, especially.
Yeah.
And on the pants. Yeah, that rendering is really awesome.
Yeah, I got really lucky. The most of the references that I have, and I did pull a model reference from my little morgue file of many different references I've collected over the years.
Good.
This one's not kid friendly, so I'm not pulling it up. But it was a really good, like the body was really good and I liked the flow of it. And the lighting was almost spot on with this one. So I used a combination of the two to get that.
Awesome.
Okie dokie.
Very cool.
Stop.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
awesome.
Then there was one, unless I missed someone other than Nate.
Oh,
I believe Nate is the last showing tonight.
was I on the list?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
your name got added at the end. Did you not add that?
No.
I did.
I mean, it's not. I mean, obviously, I plan to be here, but no, I'm sorry, I
Oh,
wasn't on. Yeah.
well, I should have told you at the beginning. You could have drawn it during the show.
Yeah.
No, just pop up a screen right now and start sketching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to pick
you guys have to
three
be
and
my
then do your
support team like
interpretation.
Gary and
Not
my
only-
wife have been
Not
through.
only do you have to save the show, you have to save your ass by drawing something.
My.
Yeah, we'll get
Zamboni,
canceled. If you see my
chartreuse,
art process,
lion.
we'll
That is your
definitely get
promise.
canceled. Like that's
Oh. All right. Well, I'm curious what those pictures were.
I don't
You
know.
never know. We'll save them for next time.
I suppose. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't...
Gary, did you add his name to the list?
I did.
You forgot to tell him.
You know, you were. I specifically chose not to blame you this time, Gary. Oh, sorry to disappoint, but hey, good news. I'm gonna give you your time back.
Oh, well, then thank you guys. That was amazing again.
Yeah.
And we are going to enter our plug zone where you can tell people where they can see more or something you're doing right now that you'd like to talk about or conventions that you're maybe coming up for you because we're hitting that season, right? Are we in it already? I think we kind of are.
Yes. Yes, we
So-
are.
There, if not.
First up, Daryl. Plug away. This is the smartest thing, and he's
Yeah,
the only
it
one
is.
that does it.
I just keep it right here.
I
Like
was
there's
saying, you
notes
keep
on
re-
the other side, but yeah. So this is Instagram, website. This is really the only place I've got to do like art that's cool for a little bit, but yeah. And I'm looking forward to the conventions this year. There's a lot of good ones. I've got them lined up just to go to look. I keep saying I'm gonna have a booth one these days, but I haven't yet. This may be.
Well, if you want to present again at Tremendicon, just let me
Oh,
know.
I'll always talk if
Okay.
if I'm forgetting again.
I just need to put you guys all in a room and just talk. People will come in and listen.
Yeah.
All right, Cliff. How about you?
So I don't put up much stuff anywhere, but you can find some old stuff of mine at Cliff_Gamble on Instagram, and on the Clever Kaiju Discord, I'm Dirty Basilisk. So,
Right on.
what?
You know what that means, everybody? Another shot. Mhm.
James, you're next.
All right, so you got Jay Rutherford Art on Instagram, and then the Clever Kaiju website. You can see some of my work on there as well. Do you want me to do Anna's while I'm here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't remember Anna's DeviantArt page, but she did want me to let everyone know that she's got artwork in the Foundations show at Missouri State in the gallery.
Oh,
So
yeah.
starting Monday through the 16th of February, she's got some sculpture work and some prints in there.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Where's that building at?
Cool.
It's
That's
the
Brick
Art
City.
Gallery at Brick City.
Okay.
Okay. That was the building that we were at before when we.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm writing that down.
And if you do First Friday Art Walk, you can go see it as part of the walk too.
Very cool. I didn't know she sculpted too.
Of course, these are part of her foundation courses that she's doing.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it was a oh God, I've never done this before to holy crap, my stuff's in the foundation show. So
Great. If you guys are in the Springfield area, go check that out. Let me see. Who went next? Jared, tell everybody what's up.
Hi. Nah, I'm playing. I don't know. I'm around. I do things. I'm 6 foot known just about everywhere. Yeah, everyone else here, you should go check them out. They're amazing. I'm just glad they let me hang out.
Nobody has a lot to plug yet. Josh, how about you?
You can find my art on Instagram at Josh_Metter_art. And you can also find my comics on the Clever Kaiju website.
Very
And
nice.
sometimes he lets me color pictures for him, and it's nice.
Yeah, it has been
Yes.
really cool.
Let me see. Is Chris still here?
No,
I
he-
think he took
uh-oh.
off.
I think
He
we
had to
lost
duck
him.
out, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to look up. He's got a good Patreon page.
Yeah, you
I
should
would
definitely check
recommend.
out his Patreon page. For $1, you can
Where'd
get
he
some
go
awesome
so
stuff.
quietly?
What the?
His
So apparently everybody's getting a remix for my PC because it's like I think there's a driver that keeps engaging and disengaging. So sorry about that.
Chris's Patreon page is patreon.com/Chris Yarborough / and he puts up some good stuff. That I'll plug him because I back him. So
Very nice.
I
Thank
like
you,
his stuff.
Daryl.
Yeah, I want to see that. I'm gonna check that out.
NSFW stuff.
Mhm.
I don't actually know, like, but no, I just
Yeah,
assume maybe
Lauren's
that's rude.
asking about technical issues, so I don't know what they're seeing on the live feed.
They're what?
Lauren just asked, is someone having technical issues?
My basically like there's some driver that I think is because my Windows just updated before we started. I'm wondering if there's driver shutting down and turning back on. So I have like a handful of devices that are all just shutting off and turning back on suddenly.
Oh, okay.
So sorry, it's Windows being Windows.
We don't know what you guys are seeing compared to what we're seeing.
It's just that chime of whenever you plug something in or to unplug something from your computer, but it's like repeat. It's like remix. It's
Ba-ding, ba-ding.
it's like everything is disengaging and re-engaging.
Well,
It's
we'll
annoying.
power through.
Yeah.
Gary, what are you up to? What are you doing?
You can catch me. No, you can catch me over at the Clever Kaiju Discord. I'm over there as artist Gary Bedell. You can go to my website, artistgarybedell.com. Instagram, same thing. You get some Instagram from my website. You can go to the shop on there, buy some cool stuff, digital versions, hardback, physical copies of stuff. Go check it out, www.artistgarybedell.com. If you're not a part of the Clever Kaiju community, come check out the Clever Kaiju community. Come hang out with us in Discord. Come share your work. What is going on? I hear
Nick's computer's going ape shit.
Like
You
every
can hear
driver
this-
he has
You
is
can hear this
disconnecting and
plug.
Thankfully, like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
check me out there.
Yeah.
Bing bong bing, bing bong bing, bing bong bing.
So
Holy.
He was giving you a beat, Gary.
Like,
Caleb, you're up next.
Okay. You can visit my I have a portfolio website, caitlinblaine.com. It's kind of a static website, but there's links to all my social media there. You can find me on Instagram at Caitlin Blaine Art. Although it's been forever and a day since I've updated. And then you can read my webcomic at moxiecomic.com. And yeah, that's about it. Oh wait, I am gonna be at Planet Comic Con. So all of
Okay.
yeah, nice.
Nice.
Planet Comic Con, Kansas City, March 8th through 10th.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be the 25th anniversary. So.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nuts.
yeah.
The tickets are selling out, photo ops are selling out. And
Really?
it's pretty wild. Yeah, they had like just a couple of spots left. Like Matthew Willard or whatever is like sold
Yeah.
out for one day already on photo ops, and
Oh, sheesh.
fast passes sold out like 2 months ago. So it's gonna be big.
Wow, that's a big one to get in to see everything too.
Mhm.
I tried going for one day one year. It's just not.
Can't
It's
do it in one
impossible.
day.
Didn't you recently started doing conventions, right? Like
Me?
maybe it was longer than I thought, but
Yeah. Yeah, no, this will be my third convention.
yeah, third ever, and you're jumping into
Nice.
Planet, right? Dude, I haven't even done
Yeah,
like
it's
I
a
mean
big
outside
You
of
did plan
being
it last year, didn't you?
I did plan it last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
good for
It
you.
was-
That's
it
so
was
that's so
successful for
brave.
me.
Like that's good for you. That's we have a hell of a book to push, so I mean
Yeah.
I'm sure
Thank
you
you.
fit right in, but
Make sure
Right.
you post your booth numbers a lot.
Yeah.
Because I am there every year, and every year I got like 5 people I'm trying to find, and I'll find one booth. And I'm like, these should be numerical. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
So
I will
hard
post
to-
it on my Instagram. For sure. Yeah.
okay.
All right, Kat, how about you?
You will usually find me on Discord as I Promise I'm Human. Or on Instagram at Cat M Illustrations. And and you'll see me at Tremendicon and Artist Alley.
Nice.
Yes. Tremendicon, May 31st through June 2nd, here in Springfield, Missouri. That is an all-volunteer nonprofit. So if you're in the Springfield area, we always need more help. Always need more help at Tremendicon. And it's for creative people by creative people. Come learn something. Come teach something. Lots and lots of fun. We've also got VisionCon here in town that is all volunteer nonprofit, and they can always use more help. That's coming in November. I have the dates, but they haven't signed the paperwork, so just November.
Can't do a sneak peek yet.
Yeah, well, they announced it at con, but yeah, until that signature, they don't want to jinx it. Well, ArtCon is coming up in the O show in this area. I know there's a lot of people we know going to that. Do you guys have any other cons coming up that people have to go see?
I like to go to Crypticon in Kansas City, or it's usually just north of KC, but it's all horror stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's always pretty good.
What is that show?
What's that?
What is Crypticon?
It's usually like in July, like suspiciously close to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So in that general realm. And then in like 2 weeks, Missouri Comic-Con's here.
Yeah.
And then
February sometime.
What's that?
We're not promoting Missouri Comic-Con because
No, I'm running through my
you want
list.
us to promote you gotta pay us.
They are not nonprofit. Yes.
And there's a Curiosities and Oddities Expo in Kansas City at the end of the year. That's like taxidermied animals and suits and tattoos and like just random weird stuff that every year I want to go to because the photos
When is that?
come out. It's in like December.
Yeah.
It's like way at the end, but it's got every year I see the pictures. I'm like, I want that bat that's in the resin. I want the
There's going to be
add
some
to my
stuff for
collection of
Cryptic.
skeletons.
No, that would be the place. You buy some skeletons, get a tattoo, random weird piercing.
Can I get
No, if I want a tattoo, I'm going over to Nate's.
Can I get two chipmunks playing Connect
It
Four?
pretty much sounds like our studio.
Yeah.
We have a lot of.
Nate, go ahead and plug away. Since I didn't put a number by your name, I forgot to add you.
Oh.
Wait.
I didn't think I earned- Yeah, I did art. Yeah.
No, he just ran the show. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. No.
He just.
Well, yeah, no, I'm Nate of Mammoth Press. Most of the work that I'm doing with Mammoth Press, like Potbelly Mammoth, I'm incorporating into Clever Kaiju. So the website will be updated with a little bit more. But in the meantime, I've been running behind the scenes with the Discord and with the other gents, co-owners of Clever Kaiju. Most of my prominent work here lately has been I'm co-owner of Cryptic Tattoo and Social Gallery in Springfield, Missouri. We've been invited actually to be a part of Tremendicon, so we'll actually be tattooing at Tremendicon because Clever Kaiju is not doing we'll be there. We're not doing conventions there, so if you want me to come draw on you, hit us up. All four of us will be there. So we're really thankful to have been invited back. Last year they brought Dave Stanfield brought us out and said, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. It must have went really well because it was a great invite. Also, Cryptic Tattoo has a podcast that this might be the first announcement of it. But we have a podcast series that we've recorded about. We have a bunch in the can already. We're planning to launch February 1st. And it's going to be not just tattooing. It's filmed at the tattoo studio with our cool skull wall background. But it's called Artistry Unearthed. And it's incorporates everything art. We talk a lot about tattooing because that's the common ground that we have, but we have a lot. We have intentions of bringing in a lot of cool musicians and artists and designers and game developers, special effects artists. You know who I'm talking about. But we want to have a bunch of interviews and talk about art in general. But we also wanted to kind of unveil the behind the scenes of how tattoo studios and tattoo artists and really just multiple art industries work. So we're really excited about doing that. We want to make that a big deal. So on YouTube, and then it'll be on Spotify as well. So Artistry Unearthed is what it's called.
Sweet. So everybody start thinking of what tattoo you want at Tremendicon.
Yeah. Because I'll have
ready.
flash of things I want to do, but I've also learned that although it's cool, I think it's cooler than everyone else, and they end up just showing me what they want anyway. So it's like, okay.
I want to get a tattoo of Nate's face on my back.
Okay.
Done.
Yep, I got a lot of my faces.
All right. Well, next month it was a show that almost didn't happen because it's on Leap Day. It's on that day that's not normally there. So February 29th, we are going to watch the Clique draw sci-fi historical figures.
All Space Lincoln.
Yeah.
All Space
Different galaxies.
Like the Green Lanterns.
Yeah. Yeah. Each one
Get a
gifted
comic
their
as well.
own different top hat that represents different.
This
Oh,
thing
you
writes
guys are
itself.
writing a comic.
Yeah.
You're writing a comic. Nice. So please come back and join us again. And before then, join Clever Kaiju on the Discord. There's so much cool stuff going on there. Check these guys out wherever they mentioned they're at. You're going to fall in love with their stuff and just fall into more people that they follow and they follow. And it's just a wonderful world to get lost in. So I think that's it tonight, guys. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, next month in that land.
Outro.